Boredom here, aka Tonguefoot. All you ladies out there on the internet can just call me the Tongue. I'd like to give a big shout out to TGN Allies here for letting me post my videos on their channel. That's pretty, just plain awesome. Big opportunity for me. It's going to help me grow as well as it's going to get more people out there knowing about this game. Maybe get more people into playing it. We have a pretty good population here. Never hurts to have more people playing. Continuing off where I left off in part 1 of this video, we're still in the Astral 2 layer Castle Blights. Like I said, this is an instance you do on the league side as well as one you can do as a daily heroic. Now this here, coming up on our 3rd mini boss. Not too much going on right now. Still, you just clear off these 2 trash mobs and you tank and spank this guy down here. Pretty easy one. Just I got like 4 flights of stairs I gotta go up and down every time I do laundry. It's a little bit after midnight here. A little bit late to be doing laundry, but I'm a night person. My daughter and wife are all awake during the day. I don't have much, and I work, so gotta get all my other stuff here done at night. All my gameplay, my recordings, my commentaries. I'm usually up till about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning getting all this stuff done. Not a bad little weekend. Had to work Saturday. That wasn't too much fun. No one enjoys working on a Saturday. But I came back. All my login issues seem to be fixed. So that's good. I'm not having troubles logging in anymore. I'm not getting kicked out of the game. Really don't know what that was all about, but whatever it was, it seems to be fixed now. So I'm happy. Back in playing the game. I almost have my incarnation quest done. I got 5 more days left. Should be done, but I just didn't feel like doing them for the longest time. If you don't know what an incarnation is what it allows you to do is you pretty much reincarnate yourself. You can start over again from the very beginning of the game. You can go through with all of your cash up items such as second E-ring slots, all your extra bag slots, your mount, your gold, any extra skill and stat points you have will actually carry on to this incarnation. Really great idea. I like it. I enjoy it. My plans, actually kind of devious, a little bit underhanded, a little bit sneaky. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a healer. Going to make the build specifically for PvP at level 29, which is the end. When you're leaving AT, it's the ft.Tonguefoot, which is the maximum level you can be there without being emblemed. What an emblem does is anyone above level 30, you pop an emblem and you can pretty much one-shot them. So it's a deterrent against ganking. Now, back when I used to play, I still play, so I can't really say that. Back when I started, we got the G-Pat patch there. That was just an awesome patch they did. What it did is you got 10 holy charms a day. If you don't know what those are, is it protects you from cursed gear when you die. Back then they weren't free. They did cost money. You got 10 free a day, so that means you could die up to 10 times a day. Anything over that, if you didn't have them, you actually had the chance of having your gear cursed, and then you would have to buy a Purity Scroll from the item shop. Great little system for income they had back then. Luckily, that's gone. Back then, incense wasn't free. You did have to buy it. You had a daily 4-hour quest, which pretty much meant you could play 4 hours a game. After your patron's blessing, which is, if you look top left by my character screen, you'll see kind of like a guy with kind of antennas, I guess you could say, up by my portrait there. If that wasn't active, it's pretty much throwing rocks at a rhino. Your damage was, like right now, because I have a 200% damage increase because my martyrs. Back then, if your blessing wasn't active, you wouldn't get that damage increase. So you wouldn't have the actual damage needed to quest and level on. So questing and just doing everything back then was a whole lot harder. There was a fatigue cap. You get extra experience for killing every monster. It's kind of like a double XP system. Back then, you could only quest so long, fill up your fatigue bar, and then hand it in. After that, it was pretty much you were getting half experience. So that they really put the boot to you back then. A lot of people think that's how the game still is. The good thing about it here is a lot of things have changed. You always get your damage buff. Holy charms are free and unlimited. Instead of a 4-hour blessing, you get a 4-hour buff. You'll see that in the top left-hand side. Mine still has 3 hours left. That's a stamina and intelligence increase. Those repeat every day. Now you get free mount feed for doing an 8-minute quest. You get incense, which is involved in that, and that's good for 24 hours. It does tick away while you're offline, but it's still good for 24 hours. Coming up here, we're pretty much at the end of this allied here. Now, I do think I wipe here. I die. One of the people you see just ran past, aggros all the mobs, and mobs, and I die. Like I've said before, downside being a clothy. I can put out good damage, but sometimes I'll pull aggro, and I just can't take hits that well. I can dish out the damage, can't take the hits. But yeah, back to what I was talking about before, the pre-patch and all that kind of stuff. One of my I bought to say the place I loved and the place I hated the most was AT. We used to have like a full-on, 24 versus 24 raids behind the temple there. Most people range from level 26 to 29. Never got too many gankers, and it would all start by questing. You're there killing the guards for your rep. And then, there'll be a couple of people there. Then they'll fight, and then more people show up, and there was just a lot of good solid PvP back then. Problem was it's also hard to quest when there's banners popping up all over the place around you. You'd be trying to do a quest in one area, all of a sudden 3 or 4 enemies are on you. They're trying to quest. You've got a group. You see 3 or 4 people. You take them out. The 8 people you have, and then it just kind of rolled into snowball effects, and it just the PvP just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. So it was a great zone, frustrating at the same time. I'm gonna say some things here. Agree or disagree, do whatever you want. The league here, the leagues, they're pretty bad for babysitting. I find we do it too, of course. I'm not going to say we can't or we don't. When I played, there's always a level 42 or something accompanying a group of lower level players through. We do it too. I can't say we don't, but I know I've helped people through. But I've never been killed so many times by a higher level than I was there. And, that's just the nature of the game. The zone is actually called, a lot of people refer to it as a noob filter. It's when a lot of people stop playing, they just get frustrated and quit. I'm going to give you some advice here. Get through it. Don't stop there just because you're having a bad time. Get through that place, and then the game's still just as good. That zone really is there just to test your resolve. I think get you ready for some of the end game PvP and get you ready for some hard quests and stuff like that. It's really I don't think it's so much as a filter as it is just more of a an eye opener as to this game's not always easy at times. It does challenge you. You are going to die. You're going to get jumped. Just it's a good challenging game. I don't have fun when I just can walk through a game, turn on a bot or something, and just automatically level. Ugh, yawn. Gotta work tomorrow, and that sucks. But it's what you gotta do. I get rezzed here. Pretty sure I do soon, and pretty much just continue on. This is another one here. I've always liked the end boss fight here. I think it's coming up real short. Let me just see here. I think we're around the corner, and that's really about it. Just waiting for my health and mana to come back here. I don't do these recordings as I do the videos. Actually, I can't even invent. The overall program I have here has no way of turning off the volume. So if I'm in Ventrilo and try and record, you're going to hear everything that goes on. You're going to hear me talking to the people in my guild. You're going to hear me breathing. You're going to hear just about everything. And I know now you guys probably hear like breathing and all that kind of stuff. My mic here, it really picks up. All right, so what you're going to do here is you're going to jump up on the boss here. You're going to, well, no, you're not going to jump up on the boss. Sorry, you got to grab your chalk first. What everyone does is you grab your chalk, you make sure that you don't actually start the battle. So you grab your chalk, then you see that coffin over there. What you really do is you just jump up on there. You wait for everyone to get into your group. You'll all get in a tight packed little circle, and then you have someone start the final boss fight and then run up. That's when the part 3 here is going to start. So for now, thanks for watching. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and
this video is part of the Way movement, a career path in video sponsored by TGN. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.